Yo guys, Lego Weekend back with another video. It's been a little minute, so I apologize about that. I did get this SHFiguarts Spider-Punk back in September for my birthday, and I did record this maybe like a week or three ago, but I just got around to finally editing it. But I'm super excited to have this. This movie means a lot to me. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Spent the entire summer while traveling for work listening to the soundtrack, watching the movie on repeat. Shout out to the whoever designed this box as well. This box looks amazing. But getting into the figure here, we do get a good amount of accessories. Just the overall look looks great. We do get seven set of hands here. Obviously six that aren't on him, and another one that is on him. We do get with that bracelet that I don't know the name of, or if there even is a name. But it's really cool to get unmasked head, the neck peg for it, as well as a guitar, which looks really good. Overall, this is your standard Figuarts packaging, but this figure is just a really nice figure. I'm really excited to do have this in my collection. I know I've said it a couple times, but this is probably one of my most wanted figures since it was announced, since it came out. This whole line, every single company that makes a figure of this, I want. And I don't have the first Marvel Legends of him. I think I might have the second one bought or pre-ordered or get it for Christmas. Who knows? But I will get it eventually. If not, but like I said, this movie just means so much to me that I do want to get every figure, including Hot Toys, which, man, that's not going to be cheap. But I do want to get it. But looking at his, he does look like he's ripped directly out of the movie. Also looks like he could be ripped out of Fortnite since that new Fortnite skin did come out. And that skin is very nice. I did get all those new skins. I do got a creator code in Fortnite as well. It's just Lego Weekend. So if you want to use my creator code, you can do that as well. Would appreciate it. We do get this guitar with him, which the Fortnite skin should have came with a guitar for a pickaxe. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's my only complaint, especially since he's the most expensive skin in that dang update. But man, this guitar, they did some good details on here. It looks amazing. Uh, looks really good. That blue strap does come off. I don't do it in the video, but it does come off. I thought I broke it, but it pretty much just plugs right in and out. It's like a soft rubber material, and there's is a little bit of, I guess, pegs on the board or on the guitar. Unmasked head looks really good. We'll do some close-ups later. I don't have any complaints with that. They did a pretty good job on that. We do have that neck peg that transitions, which I think if you get an unmasked head, you should have a neck pretty much like this. That way it does look a lot smoother and a lot better in my opinion. So shout out to them for including that. And I will say the skin tones does match pretty well. Honestly, I'm really happy that he isn't a lot paler than he's supposed to be, especially seeing what's been going on with Miguel. Here's that bracelet. Obviously, it's small. It goes right on his wrist. I don't know if it'll fit on the Lego Man like the one that I came with. I think the one that came with Miguel. People put on the Lego Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. We do get guitar hands here with, see the one on the right side has the pick in it. The other one has fingers for playing the guitar, which is really cool. It really does help sell the illusion that instead of just holding a guitar, he is actually playing it, which it does a lot. It might not seem like it does compared to normal grabbing hands that he does come with, but it does do a good amount. Especially maybe you'll see it in the photos at the end, but I think it does really help sell that illusion, which I really do appreciate Figuarts. You'll see they put a lot of detail in the smaller things on this figure, which is really good. Like right there, our fist and all the blue webbing is textured. It's not just painted on, which should be what we get for a $90 action figure. Here's those grabbing hands. Like I said, these are ones you can play the guitar with them. It's not gonna look as good as the guitar hands. These are really cool, especially when you're out doing figure photography. You can have them hanging from random stuff inside of storage as well. That's what I like to do with those hands or the web that came with. I think Amazing Fantasy 15 has that web that you can put basically hang a Spider-Man upside down from your car or anywhere at all. So that is a cool one. Obviously, we do get flipping hands here. This is essential hands, but man, I just love the blue webbing or fabric. I don't even know what you want to call it, but since it's textured and everything, it looks so good. Pretty much, I'm really excited with everything they did with this figure, and some of these hands are kind of like what you should be getting, but these ones are not your open relax hands, but these are more so the hands when he's telling Miles, use the palms when he's using electricity power. That way he can break out of the bubble that he's put into, which one of my favorite scenes. So I'm really happy we have that. I gotta figure out a way. I did take a photo of it, but I need to figure out a better way to get a better recreation of that. It would be really cool. These are your standard open relax hands here, which, like I said, pretty much essential. I think you get these with most, if not all, action figures these days. Even my Godzilla I have. Godzilla, I think 1974 Godzilla I have has these open hands. My only Godzilla, I need to give me some more, but so those are pretty normal, common hands. Articulation wise, here we'll do with the masthead, which looks really, really good. I really like this masthead, honestly. But the head is on its own ball joint. I believe that's correct terminology. Correct me if I'm wrong, so I can learn better. But the head on its own joint, all right. So it has all the movement of a ball joint, like most. I believe all Figuarts have now. I wish Marvel Legends would stick to that ball joint. Marvel Legends on the amazing, no, on that Walmart exclusive one, Spider-Man. I really like the articulation on it. I like when Marvel Legends does a head that you can go up and down. Like, I don't even know the terminology, man. If you know, you know, I guess. It's similar to this. But his neck is on its own peg. Let me catch up to my video. Neck is on its own peg. Head is on its own peg. Does have drop down shoulders. Obviously, you can hit a T-pose. The bicep swivel is on here. Double jointed elbows. Your wrist is your standard SHFiguarts wrist, which is, what you expect. There's no complaints here. The articulation is really nice. It does blend really well in certain spots, especially on that. You see on this left side right there. Uh, right there, you see where his sleeve, it kind of blends perfectly, dude. And obviously there is a butterfly joint. It's not the craziest, but I think it serves its purpose really well. Does really good uh where it is needed. Obviously he can hold the top of his guitar with his two hands and meet perfectly. Looks pretty cool. He is a figure I believe does not suffer from any limitations to his articulation. He has this really nice it is plastic. It's not really soft, besides on the very bottom part of it for his vest. That has a lot of nice details. All the spikes are pretty soft. Obviously, if you stab it, you might hurt yourself, but I don't even think then and there. But like I said, the bottom is soft, but it is attached to the upper torso part. So you would think it would hinder it a lot worse, but it really doesn't. That ab crunch, or I guess torso crunch, works decently well. So obviously it's not amazing, but paired with this nice ab crunch at the very bottom, or waist crunch, I guess. Right down here at the waist, he goes super low. Then the ab area, he can move up and down pretty well. So I do think it works out really, really nice and helps you out. Obviously, these are on swivel or ball joints, so they can swivel every direction they want to with no issue here. I would say recommend just being gentle. You are talking about a $90 retail figure, so you do want to treat it with some care, especially on the legs here. As you can see, it did move a little bit right there. There is a thigh swivel that he has here. It also has a drop down thigh or legs, which obviously, you kind of get. I really like the detail in the leg in here because these legs are not just painted. All the line work is pretty much like indented in there, sculpted in. Obviously, double jointed knees. His foot, man, I'm not moving it to its full limit. They put a rubber piece in there pretty much to help. I don't know. I guess guide it. Typically, only see Figuarts do it personally that I've seen, but they put a piece in there, and mine was stuck and was limiting it. But I did get it later. I do show it on video that it does go further, but like I said, there's not much limitation that's affecting this figure. The biggest thing is just that it's so skinny that you just want to be a little careful. I think that's the only limitation, because you can move this fully up, fully out, front and back, left and right. There's nothing really stopping you from doing any of that. I do pop it off because I'm trying to show you this thigh swivel, which you got to be pretty careful with because there's not a lot of room in between the thigh and where it's supposed to swivel, and it's pretty tight. But look at this detail. They cooked, man. There's no other way to put it. Figuarts cooked. You can see the swivel right there. I don't know if it goes fully through. I'm not gonna risk it on my personal figure, so maybe someone else will, push this figure fully to its limits. Won't be me. It won't be me. I spent $9 on this. I don't want to rebuy it. Toe crunch. Obviously the foot does have a swivel. Like I said, he kicked really high, bro, like above his head, which is really cool. And like I said, I just recommend caution. I broke my Tobey Maguire Figuarts because it was there was. I'll tell you what, Figuarts had a lot of quality control issues at some point, maybe early last year, and I will say they did fix a lot of like I've had a figure with quality control with them since, or seen people talking about it really is bad. Besides, I think Guts, who they did fix from Berserk, I think they did a reissue and fix that. And so I'm hoping maybe they'll do a Toby because my Toby came messed up. His leg was loose, and his shoulder was messed up, like super tight. It was before I knew what just what the shock oil was. But just be careful. Obviously, you want to protect your toys, not go too crazy with them. They're not Marvel Legends; these are expensive toys. So be respectful. But like right here, it's just a toe grab. I don't know. It's a pose I typically enjoy doing my figures. I make most figures try to do a toe grab, and you'll be shocked at how many figures cannot hold their toes and it not be forced. If that makes sense, like you can make them touch their toes and they can hold it. A lot of figures can't do that. To me, and I know maybe you're not putting your figure in that position a lot, but for me, like I like making my when I take my Spider-Man out, I like making them stretch out a little bit, have some fun. And this is the other set of hands he does come with. They're kind of like a cupping, almost in a sense, hand. They're pretty nice. Maybe like you're catching rain in your hand or something. They're pretty fun because it makes it look like he says something he shouldn't say. And it's a Spider-Punk we're talking about. This man killed the Prime Minister in his universe. So he's definitely saying something he shouldn't say, especially with these giant goofy eyes he has. I think it's hilarious how he looks with this, and then you put it over his mouth like he just said a bad word or something in front of somebody. And he's like, oops. So I do like it a lot. He's very expressive. Very expressive. I think that's a good thing with the hands here. That and 7 sets of hands, which might seem excessive, I guess, to some people, but I think it is needed with him so he can be this expressive. Now I do wish maybe we had some extra like either eyeballs that could pop out. I'm hoping Sentinel will eventually make it to Across the Spider-Verse. Once Sentinel makes it that far, I'll get pretty excited because I mean, dude, they will cook. Sentinel will cook when it comes to Miguel. Uh, Obviously Spider-Man India, Spider-Punk. Even if they do a Cyborg, I'll be down. Like Sentinel makes my favorite when it comes to Spider-Man. Honestly, Figuarts produces more, makes more figures of Spider-Man, so they have my favorite like live action body. But if I could pick a company to do this entire movie and every character from it, it's gonna be Sentinel. But here's that bracelet that they do use. I don't know the name for it, but obviously it's a time traveling one. Uh, be careful with this. It is a small piece. You might lose it, and you don't want to lose a piece of your figure, especially when it costs $90 for that figure. And there's not really an easy way to get these bracelets here. I feel like a company needs to make a pack of like 10 that you can buy. Either Marvel Legends, figure out somebody. I would prefer if Legends could make one that scaled and looked really good with everybody. I would be down because every Spider-Man in my collection could get this bracelet and it would make sense and it would look great. And I think it's very much needed. And as you see right there, that is the torso peg that where his neck will plug into, and it'll have its own ball joint of articulation right there. As you see Adam's apple, which means it's the front side. I do struggle to put this on, so you'll just have to enjoy the magic of editing of it, just spawning on there. And then obviously his collar comes on, and like you see here, another ball joint right there for the head to go on it. I'll be putting the unmasked head on here, obviously, and I think they did a really good job on this head. I think the skin tones match really well. I don't really have overall like there's not too much complaints going on here. I really do think they went crazy on this. I do think if you're a crazy fan for Across Spider-Verse, this is something you should be wanting to get. Obviously, Marvel Legends did their thing, and if that's the ballpark that you can do it. But if you can afford to dish out, let's say $100 on this, man, I would advise you to. But if not, don't feel pressured to do anything. But this figure is really, really good. I think, it just has a couple things over the legend, and 90% of it is detail and articulation. It does come with a little bit of cooler accessories, I would think, initially, especially since you technically have to spend, I would probably say around $50 if you want a head sculpted version of him, either buy two different figures of him now for Marvel Legends or buy a separate head sculpt. But like right here, this guitar looks amazing. He looks amazing. And I need them to make Gwen with a drum set, dude. It would be fire too. Figuarts went crazy here, dude. I'm really, really loving this. This guitar looks great with him. Those music playing hands look great, bro. They went insane. Like, You know a figure's good when you don't know what pose it's gonna end up in your shelf at all. Also, if y'all got flight stand recommendations, please drop me some. I need some more because I'm about to have a whole bookshelf of only Spider-Man figures. Because, like I said, or maybe I didn't say, but I did redo my office. There is a video on my TikTok and Instagram, maybe my YouTube shorts. You could check it out. But look at this head sculpt. Beautiful. They cooked, bro. They went crazy. The Pearsons. Look at the vest. All the detail. Man, that crap looks crazy nice. They didn't have to do this crazy. I mean, they better for $90. But man, I'm really a big fan of all this. I really do think he looks amazing. I think this might be one of Figuarts' best work in the Marvel line. I do have my frustrations with what they do, but here's the unsculpted head with articulation. Honestly, there's not much difference. It moves, I would say, just as good. There's not really much hindering it. And here's the foot. It does go all the way down and a little bit more up. I just, like I said, the plastic got stuck. But we will be doing some size comparisons here. Like I said, this is SHFiguarts by Bandai, Tamashii Nations, whatever. That is a Mezco Superman. That's the Man of Steel 10 box or whatever, and that is Mafex Nightwing. So I think that Mafex Nightwing this is the first and only time the body's ever been used. Don't know how it scales to everything else. But I don't have any Mafexes unboxed that are Marvel right now. I don't believe. Nope, I think I only have DC Mafex. So that looks cool. And I think I have Morbius, Superman, and Batman from Mezco. But I think Superman should be taller. But these guys won't really be interacting too much, honestly. But, I just want to show what I have. That way, if you guys have other Mezcos, you can compare it with Superman. See how he'll compare. These are both amazing Yamaguchi Revolve Tech. That's the black and white version of Mickey Mouse from a couple years ago. That is Yotsuba from maybe like 12 years ago at this point. I think maybe even longer. I think she might be the 2008 version. I don't know, but she's goaded. Here we have Tom Holland from the 2-pack, which is a really good figure. Honestly, I wish we'd have some more fun in the Legends line like that again. I feel like it's been a little minute. And then this is the best Spider-Man figure to ever be made. That cell shaded, retro carded, Walmart exclusive Spider-Man is beautiful. The best buck in Marvel Legends history for Spider-Man. Please make more figures on it. I'm begging them because that has the best neck articulation out of all of them. The Amazing Fantasy 15 body is overrated. Completely overrated. So no one from Marvel Legends is watching this, but please, guys, push this propaganda with me. So maybe we can get some better articulation. Renew Your Vows is cool. But man, that toe crunch is carrying the Renew Your Vows. I don't care. But we got Spider-Man Noir. That's from Into the Spider-Verse. We have Peter Ham from Into Spider-Verse, Sentinel Miles Morales from Into Spider-Verse, Tasm Figuarts, which I haven't broken. I need a head sculpt from them somewhere. But they look great together. Andrew Garfield is in Across the Spider-Verse. That's why he's in this photo. And like Miguel says, you're the best of us. Talking to Lego Spider-Man, who looks great with them. I do have, that's the keychain version. My advent calendar did come with a regular version, so he'll be on display with them. But overall, I would recommend this figure. I think it's amazing. I think he's a great figure. I'm rolling over into the photos section, but there's a couple of photos here of them I really do enjoy. But if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. I'm about to upload a lot more coming soon, so hope you guys enjoy.